talking about VBS. So we do VBS every year, and it's a full, fun week. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time and energy, but it's worth it. It's worth it because kids matter. They matter to Jesus, and the Holy Spirit uses it, and He works in their hearts through our work at VBS. So we will dress up in silly costumes. We will be spent in ways like patience and compassion and flexibility, and we'll be tired and weary, and will be used by the Lord for good things. So I'll talk to you first about costumes. So you can, the basic idea is to have a tunic, a dress, a long piece of cloth in some way, and a wrap around like a belt or a sash, and then something to go over your head. This little costume came from our very own Right Stuff department store, and I found this simple dress there, and I used this t-shirt and just cut up about 3 inches out of the middle. So you can make your costume as fancy as you want, as complicated as you want, or it can be as simple as you want. But you need 3 things. You need a tunic, you need something to wrap around, and you need a head covering. Head coverings, you can use scarves in lots of different ways. Look online for some tips or ways to help. If you need ideas, you can ask me. I can help you figure out how to wear them comfortably. We have tunics here. We have a whole rack in Central Supply of Bible Times costumes to choose from. So you can come in anytime and take a look at those and grab what you want and take it home. If you don't like what's there, you can always find something at the Right Stuff. You can find something from home, and just make sure that everybody's dressed up in a costume of some kind. So next is the schedule, and I'm gonna see if you can see this. You'll notice there's an A schedule and a B schedule. So the only real difference is that the A groups will go to Paul and Brutus first, and the B groups will go to the underground church first, and then they'll swap. We're expecting around 180 kids. So this curriculum was designed for about 100, and so we're having to tweak and arrange things in different ways. We'll talk about that in just a minute. You'll also notice that the marketplace has times where it overlaps. Here, those times might be a little bit tricky inside the marketplace, so you want to, we'll talk about that in a minute too. Things will get kind of crazy in there. So we're planning on 180 kids, and we've got 18 groups, so that's about 10 kids per group. So if you're looking at your schedule, you can kind of do the math for the centers that you're in, for the groups that you have, and figure out how many is going to be there. So I'm going to talk to each serving group individually. So if you're not in this serving group, you can fast forward a little bit, but not too far. So first, the family time leaders and helpers. You are the connecting link that connects what kids are seeing from the skits and dramas to what they can take from it and learn about who God is. So they need you to talk with them and help them understand. So conversation is key. We're not in any rush. We have plenty of time planned out for everything. So take your time with kids. Allow them to ask relatable questions, and make sure that you're taking time with your answers. If you don't know an answer, make sure you figure it out as best you can and come back to it. Don't be afraid to have gospel conversations with kids, and be sensitive to maybe some of them are ready to ask Jesus to be in charge of their lives. Maybe they're not, and that's okay, but just be sensitive to your kids in your group and where they're at. So practically, there's a lot of things to go over for this serving area. So this is the family time basket. You will have a blanket set up in your place. You can bring a blanket from home if you'd like, or you can use something that we have here. You will have this leader guide. If you don't have it now, you need to come get it from my office. I have one for you with your name on it. So if you're a leader or a helper, this is for you. So please come and get it. This goes through all the different family time activities and that small group family time that you'll have each day. It's very scripted, it's pretty simple, but you need that guide. You'll also have these pretty pouches. You'll have 2 of these, and there'll be 15 coins in each, because you're gonna have about 10 kids in your group, 3 coins per kid. So one for leader, one for helper. Each of the kids is gonna have this little baggie here. This will hold their coins for the marketplace. It'll hold their Bible memory makers that you'll find out when you read this guide. And it will also hold their marketplace passport. This is a little punch card that they'll need to bring with them to the marketplace, and then at each of the shops, the shopkeeper will initial or mark to show that they've been there before. So there's shops, okay. So for the marketplace, this is going to be kind of a chaotic time, but it doesn't have to be. So you go into the marketplace with a plan. Here's the plan. The leader takes half the kids, the helper takes the other half. You can divide them unequally if you have a younger helper. The leader should take more if the helper is younger. But those will be your kids when you go in the marketplace every day. Every time, those will be with you. And so you can work with them on what they have left in their shop to go through, what shops they haven't been through yet. So there's shops that they can go to every day, like animal sacrifice sales and the food shop. They can go to those every day. Architecture they can go to more than once, but most of these other ones will be one time and that's it. So make sure that you go into the marketplace with a plan. Do not let the kids go and do whatever they want to do, because they won't. They won't do what they're supposed to do. They need your help. Okay, so the timing in the marketplace is 40 minutes, and each shop will take about 10 minutes. So if they're going to 3 shops, you have 10 extra minutes in the marketplace. So you take your time. If you want, before you go into the marketplace, you can meet at your family mat and kind of get your plan ready, get your ducks in a row, get your coins to the kids, and then head into the marketplace. If you want to take an extra 10 minutes to go over verses, each kid will have one of these, and these go through the daily points each day and the verses for each day. So they'll have the verses with them. They can practice with you. They can recite them to you, and you can give them candy. That's always something we do at VBS, whether we're in Rome or in Sabetha. That's always what we do. So the daily activities that you'll read about in your guide, they require some supplies. So anytime there's supplies that you need, I provide it for you. So there'll be different stations set up in the foyer around the family mats that will have supplies for that day in them. And so you can take the supplies from that center, use them with your group, and then put them back in that box when you're done. So you shouldn't have to provide anything for yourself. The only thing you should bring is your Bible. That will not be in your basket. You'll need to bring your own. Okay. Next up is Paul and Brutus and the Underground Church. So this is the Bible story experience for kids. So if you are Paul or Brutus or part of the Underground Church, go slow. You're not in any rush. Your script will take about 5 minutes to go through, and you'll have 10 minutes with the kids. So make sure you allow them time to get settled. They're going to want to ask you questions. They're going to want to talk to you and find out what you're all about. So let them ask relatable questions and just be friendly and welcoming to them, and take your time with them. The scripts work together. So Paul and Brutus's script works with the underground church. They're meant to work that way. There's a little bit of a trickiness to it in that the curriculum was designed for people to go to Paul and Brutus first and then the underground church. So underground church, you're going to have to tweak your script just a little bit for the kids that come to you first. And if you need help tweaking, I can help change things with the curriculum. You need to stay with the script. You can add more to it if you want, but you cannot take anything away from it. These are, like I said, they work together, and it's really important that the kids hear all of that. You will also have a timer to help you keep track of the time. So you're going to want to make sure that both the groups at ×3, that the groups that you that are coming to you are already outside the door. And then once all the groups are there, you can let them come in, let them get settled, and then you'll have a timer. Gunnar Meyer is our timer, and he's gonna open the door and wave a little flag when your time is up. And so when your time is up, you'll dismiss the groups, allow the other groups to wait at your door before they both come, and then allow them to come in. So it just kind of flows easily. Next up is the shopkeepers. So you each have a different role to play, and it's outlined in your script. If you don't have your script, come get it from me in my office. I have it with your name on it. Your guide provides you with a little question or story or prompt that you can share with the kids that are in your shop, and there's a different one each day. So you can, the idea is to get kids talking about their faith, to get kids to understand that different people believe different things and that people need to hear the good news about Jesus. So take your time, go slow. Kids will have 10 minutes in your shop, and they probably won't need that much time to do the craft. So just be talking with them. Conversation is key in this area. They want to connect with you, and they want to feel a part of your space. So the more kids feel comfortable talking about what they believe, the more we can get them to understand what they believe. So you don't need to rush them. And try not to have more than 10 kids in your shop at a time. If more want to come, you just say, I have enough students now, come back another time. Make sure, shopkeepers, that you initial or mark in some way their passport. That'll help keep a little bit of organization in a chaotic space. So each shop has an extra activity along with the regular craft activity. This is for kids who get done with their craft like that and they need something else to do. So we're going to try and keep them busy in your shop with you so you can still keep the conversation going. So they'll also be paying for their time with you in your shop. So you need to accept a coin from them, ask for a coin from them when they come to your shop. And you can come check out your shop supplies. That's all in my office too. So when you come and get your leader guide, look at your shop supplies and see what's there. Ask me any questions that you need to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. Couple more things. Tornado. This is not a very likely situation, but we need to be prepared just in case, because there will be a large amount of people in the building. So we have 2 safety team members in place during all the hours of VBS, one looking at surveillance and one walking around. There will be radios in room 102, so that's Paul and Brutus. In the bride room, that's the underground church. There'll be a radio outside with the games, and there'll be a radio in the fellowship hall in the marketplace. So if there is a risk of tornado, the safety team members will let us know via radio, and we'll be able to move as quickly as possible down to the well for safety. Last thing, there's going to be 2 different setup times. The small setup, we'll call it, is Saturday, May 30th. We're just going to put up the stage. It's going to be pretty easy this year, and we'll set up the canopy tents in the fellowship hall for the marketplace. And we might do a few other things that day too. Then Sunday, that's the big one. Sunday, May 31st, that's when I want everybody to come after the 11 o'clock service, come into the fellowship hall. There'll already be canopy tents set up, so we'll eat our food standing up. We'll eat a quick lunch, have some caffeinated drinks to keep us moving, and we'll get going with the decorations. We'll have to move a lot of furniture and do a lot of decorating. So it'll be a big day, but a good day. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, reach out, let me know. Thanks.